Hello, my name is Kizito Musaimana. You know me as the founder of the Rwandan Canadian Healing Center. I am also the co-founder of Ubuntu Land Trust and Development. And I am somebody who believes in fresh start, new start. And as we stand here, obviously, as we look at starting a new year, for me, obviously, the new year comes with the new spring and starting from a place of growth. And obviously, for those of us that live in Canada, we know that that starts around this time when we start seeing new leaves on the trees, the sun comes out. Like for the first time, we are finally on the roof of our building here at the Aka Village Hub. I want to talk about how to look at a new opportunity or a new start in life. One of the things I did a few years ago, and I'll say a few years ago, but it's been over a decade, is I developed a blueprint and a plan for my life. And I am reminded of it because this morning we've been doing a few visits within shelter systems as we implement our transitional housing, and one of the things we saw was a need for us to actually go to where the people are that we're looking to serve. So we've been visiting shelters across the city, and one of the things we talk about in our talks, in our presentations, is the need to have a plan, to have a 5-year plan, to have a long-term plan, but also short-term plan. And what I want to talk about is how do you go about actually implementing that plan between short-term and long-term and actually executing on it. You know, I think anyone who know me or who knew me around 2013, 14, 15, I talked a lot about my vision, my plan to really create that change. And I talked about the grandiose idea of what I wanted to achieve in 30 years, in 50 years, and people thought I was crazy. But if you look at the work that we're doing now, we are actually delivering on that because I believed in it. I wholeheartedly put myself 100% into what I envisioned, and I went 100% in it, both in the work and the walk that you saw me doing when I did the walk from Toronto to Montreal, but also everything that we've implemented ever since. Whether it's the work that we are doing at the Rwandan Canadian Healing Center, but also the work that we're doing with our partners, including, of course, the Ubuntu Land Trust work that we have since been implementing around affordable housing, bringing together different parties to actually provide affordable housing regardless of whether we get the support that we need from government in terms of the land acquisition and so forth. So how do you actually go about envisioning an idea, putting it on paper, designing and delivering it in a way that is effective? For me, I started with looking around wealth generation, not just for yourself, but for your family and for your community. And then I thought about how do I do that with love? Where is the community? Where is the family? Where is everything that matters to you? Do they fit in there? Because if they don't fit, you're gonna find yourself lacking in terms of feeling fulfilled. And if you're not fulfilled in what you do, I honestly think you're gonna find it depressing. And, you know, we've seen a lot of people that are successful, whether it's in professional sectors or business, but because they're not in the areas where they enjoy, or they're not doing the things that they enjoy the most, they tend to dislike the work. So make sure that you're in the area where you love what you're doing, but you're with people that you love as well. But now think about something that you're skilled in, that you have a gift in, right? I always tell people that for me, if it wasn't for the non-for-profit space, I'll be telling stories. That is what I went to school for. That's what I went to college for. That's something I enjoy, whether it's public speaking, you know, writing scripts, you know, like crafting new stories and then telling stories that I actually want to influence the world in a positive way. So find that thing that you love. Make sure that it's a part of what you do. There is a reason why in our work, whether it's RSHC or just overall the work that we do in the community, there has always been a piece, the media piece attached to it. That's because that is something that for me as the founder, I thrive in. I thrive in the story piece. So we have a podcast studio, for example, in our community hub. We are able to help other communities tell stories. So find that thing that you love, but also talk about the thing that's gonna outlast you. You know, what is that thing that you want to do that's gonna outlast you? And that's where now the purpose piece comes in. How do you build something that benefits you, that benefits your family, that benefits your community, but also benefits generations to come? And you can do this in any area of activity. You can do this in any sector, in any craft, because at the end of the day, they all connect. You know, when we talk about building communities, we're talking about serving people, doing things that people need. You want to find something, obviously, that provides that service to people, and go ahead and actually design what that's going to look like. Design if it's going to come in a form of a business. Design if it's going to come in a form of a service where you're a consultant, or whether it's going to come in a form of a non-for-profit like we initially did. Or it's all of it. It's all the above, where you can serve as a consultant. You have a non-for-profit that delivers the work at a larger scale, but also you have a business endeavor that's attached to it, where you can actually provide service or products, and they don't have to come at once. They don't have to happen at once. All you have to worry about is having the blueprint and saying, this is what I'm going to do in 5 years. This is what I'm going to do in 10 years. This is what I hope to achieve in 15 years. And ultimately, this is where I want to be in 30 years and 50 years. And this is what I want to leave for my family. Because at the end of the day, you want to have a vision that is bigger than you. You want to have a vision that you are not able to achieve in your lifetime, that you are able to pass on to your descendants. Whomever your descendant that can come in and take on the torch and move it forward. Because if it's not that big, you need to think and dream bigger. At the end of the day, you want to build something that outlasts you, that others are able to build on. So in our case, whether we're talking about building a healing center for the non-for-profit, or whether we're talking about building villages for the land trust and development company that we've since initiated with our partners, or whether we're talking about building media conglomerates, at the end of the day, the goal is to build it so big that you're not able to achieve it in your lifetime, that there is something left for your descendants to take on and take it on and give it to the future descendants. So that way, we are always thinking about how to actually make a world better than we found it by adding to what the people that came before us started. And that's what we're doing really. Like at the end of the day, whether we're talking about the Black community, the African community here in Canada and abroad across the world, we are all adding to what the people before us started. We are adding to the infrastructure, to the foundation that they put in place for us. So I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that, especially in this new energy as we enter into the summer months, I wanted to inspire you, hopefully, to think about building that blueprint for yourself, thinking longer, larger, long term. So that way, when you're in a space where you have an opportunity, you're not surprised. You are not unsure what to do with it. You actually have already thought about it. All you have to do is just connect the dots from where you are, and you're not having to go back and establish relationships, for example, or come up with, develop the skills. I want to make sure you can actually get in a place where you're ready. They always say opportunities, they're usually met by people who are prepared for them. So we have to be prepared for opportunities. You don't want an opportunity to come to you when you're not ready. And even if it comes now, you want to make sure, and if you get an opportunity now and you miss it, you want to make sure that next summer around this time, you are ready for that opportunity. You want to make sure that in 3 years from now, you're achieving those big dreams that you have. But they won't happen by accident. You really need to sit down and think it through, craft it in a storyboard or format, but also ultimately get to implementation. That's where business plans come in play. But before you get to the business plan, you need the big idea. You need to draft it. You need to put it on a storyboard. You need to have it in your room. You need to see it. You need to think it. You need to allow the universe to see where you want to go. And the rest, as we say, is history, because you'll be surprised how many doors will open for you when you know where you want to go. You'll be surprised how many people you will meet along the way when you're clear on your purpose, when you're clear on the vision you want to accomplish, when you have an idea of who you want to associate yourself with. And that goes both in terms of business partners, the community you want to serve, and also the clientele that you're looking to serve. So I wanted to share this with you because it's something that inspired me. How do you actually go from a place of unsureness to really having not just a clear picture, but also having a plan? And those are things that I actually think, even here at the Hub, we want to start working with people to help them kind of get to that plan, make sure you have a clear picture, and then hopefully, potentially connect you to the right people so you can actually move to the next level. I wanted to say that, and I want to say thank you. Thank you, all of you, for always chiming in, and I love the comments. I always see comments in some of our posts. I encourage those comments, and I hope to continue this journey with you, and really to inspire a generation that can actually create a change for the African community, for the Black community, and broadly for the world. Because when we do good, the world does good. When we do great, the world does great. And I can't wait for us to take lead again as we once did. Thank you and salute.